Hey everyone, welcome to Absent Bros Beer Talks. And this week we got a special guest, Pachino, right here with us. He's going to be drinking beer later in the show if you want to check it out. But first, what are we going to talk today, Max?
We're going to talk about distribution, Quebec versus Ontario, which is best, what's the tendencies in the communities. But first, we want to do these videos in 5 minutes. And I know this subject, we could probably talk for hours. So we're going to put a timer on.
So let's put the timer on. So in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, Chris, so distribution in Quebec versus Ontario. Advantages, disadvantages.
Let's start off with the advantages of the Quebec distribution.
Yeah, okay, so.
You can get them pretty much anywhere.
Exactly,
right?
So you can literally have a brewery in downtown Montreal and sell it all the way in Quebec City, easily.
Quebec City, at the other end, like Saint-Jean, where
you're a little better at cities than I am.
Yeah, you can. I just named 2 more than you.
Well, it's like Origo, like Le Castor, which lately they've actually chose to close their tap room and just distribute via the distribution of Quebec. So all the convenience stores, all the grocery stores, all the SAQ.
SAQ. That's a con of the Quebec system, because if, as a brewery, you want to sell your own beer to the SAQ, the big problem is that you have to give full, I forgot the right word.
You gotta get full what? Full exclusivity to the SAQ. Okay.
To the SAQ. So if you sell your, let's say, the Sandog that we're drinking so far with the Trou Du Duable, you can only find it in SAQ, not in the little depths, shops, grocery stores. You can't find them anywhere else than SAQ. That's the big, and it's a government thing. And they're just taking it for themselves, which is
a good segue towards Ontario as well, where us in Ontario, it's only the LCBOs and the beer stores that can sell it, and now the grocery stores very recently, but little thing is you've got to be through the LCBO to be able to sell your beer in the SAQ and the grocery stores.
Yeah, exactly.
So is it really an advantage? No. But on our side, the concept of going to your local brewery to grab your local beer, because in your city there's a brewery, is very big. The tap rooms, because of the laws as well, where we have tap room laws where you can actually serve samples and 1 pint of beer in the tap room, compared to Quebec, where you actually have to have a restaurant license, I think, to be able to serve beer in your own tap room.
If you want to just sell beer, you have to have bar license. If you want to just, it's super complicated.
Yeah, exactly. What I heard is a brewery, I think it's Gainsborough, had to literally sell the beer from the brewery to the restaurant to be able to serve it. Which to me makes no sense at all. I mean, you're brewing on site, it's literally the same beer. Why do you have to sell it to the other place?
I had the same problem when I went to Sutton. I just asked like the waiter where I can find like in bottles I can buy right on the spot, right? She's like, yes, but you have to go to the little super creepy door on the left side of the brewery at the back of the whole thing, not twice. Say the secret word and you get a beer.
Yeah.
But I paid for it at the restaurant for it.
Exactly.
And if I want, she had to give me outside of the restaurant, and I have to put it outside in my car before going back and finish my beer at the actual bar.
That's crazy. So I guess, like in this case, Ontario's nice because you can actually go to a tap room, test the beer out, say that you like it, grab it and go. Also, I mean, in some communities, it becomes big. Your local brewery is big, your locals go to the brewery, and tourists go as well. It's a nice way to, like, on your way to Ottawa or Montreal, you stop by a couple breweries. Compared to in Quebec, you can't really stop there.
You can, but like the whole part is you gotta stop, have a beer, drink, then depending on what's the whole
setup of that brewery,
the permit behind the license. You might not be able to buy beer. You might have better just go to the IG or the Metro store right beside it. You'll find it in cans, bottles, whatever you want. Which is the great part of it, because when it's closed, it's still open till 11. You can buy craft beers right over there at the grocery stores while you're grabbing milk, sugar, or...
Which we don't have in Ontario. You can't really do that. Usually breweries, I think the law says you have to go to 10, and again, if you have a brewery, it's hard to get your product from one end of Ontario to the other end, because if you don't have any salesmen there, then no one's going to know about your beer elsewhere in Ontario. So you have your little brewery in Ottawa, you want to sell in Toronto, but you don't have anyone there to actually promote the beer, you're not going to sell it, because your distribution is kind of weird that way. Compared to Quebec, I find where Le Castor, Rigaud, can sell pretty much anywhere in Quebec, and they're very popular. And I'm sure
Yeah.
that they built towards that, but in Ontario it's a lot harder to build towards that.
Yeah. The big clusterfuck behind all this, whether it's in Ontario or in Quebec, it's all around distribution.
Yeah.
Like if you see Europe, like everyone's closer. Here we're just like small
It's
towns,
very far, yeah.
like 5 kilometers between each. You have to drive 2 hours to go to Montreal, which is not that crazy. But
No.
if you think about it, when you do distribution for like breweries from Lac Saint Jean, Gaspésie, or the whole
Yeah.
east, the east beers that we don't get access, distribution is too expensive. It's
Yeah.
all, and it's not truck route. It's not like train routes. It's all, oh,
And we're done?
timer out.
Damn it, okay.
Timer
Well,
out.
to be continued. The other thing is the
Yeah.
Europe concept that we can talk to in another video, but very also community-wise. Anyways, it's done for this week.
So it's a wrap for
It's
this
a wrap
one.
for this week.
Leave a like, share it if you want a part 2 of this.
Yes, and also let us know if you agree with us or if you have other views on the whole LCBO, SRQ, distribution centers in both places, and breweries who
And
distribute.
if you're outside this whole system, what's going
how's
on?
your system? Yeah, yeah. And
sans langue, Trou Du Duable, that's what we're drinking. Passionate had a taste of it. He really likes it. So I think he rated it 5 on Untappd.
he probably did. Yeah,
You should have on Untappd.
he
Patch.
really should have an Untappd.
Yeah, should have.
Anyways,
Let's do this.
cheers. It's because we broke the glasses in the last. Yeah.
Real cheap. Nice bottle.
So I guess I'm gonna have to banter for a little bit so we can have some filler.
Whatever.
Did you see YouTube when the video ends? It starts like the next video in the background. Instead of being a black screen like it used to be, it plays your next video.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the background and kind of like there's like a black